Second. All right. Hi, we got Sierra back on here.
Hey, good evening.
Hello.
Good evening, everyone.
Hello. So I'm just going to briefly share why we're all here, and then you guys can, I'm going to call your name, and then you can go on because I have you guys in an order, so I don't know how you guys can see it on your end. But again, my name is Jacqueline Guzman, and I have ladies here from the Parent Leadership Training Institute that is with Family Central and also through the City of Sunrise. So I'm going to briefly share with you so everyone can see really what the program is about. So give me 1 second. See if I can do this. All right, so as you can see, Parent Leadership Training Institute, that was actually the graduation with the mayor and the commissioners last year. And then we have, you can see right here, Mark Duke from Kids in Distress. He's great. We have Sadi from Sunrise. Let's see, Christopher in there, Carolyn, everyone's in there, Crystal. Oh my gosh, I missed them. Okay, so all of the graduates. So I'm going to read real quick, what is PLTI? PLTI is a nationally recognized comprehensive parent leadership program with a cadre of other committed parents. You will develop leadership skills, civic knowledge, self-confidence, and skills to make a difference in your child's life. Through its in-depth intensive 20-week course, you will be given tools to make change happen. So let me get back out. If anyone wants to really learn more about the program, you can just go to Family Central and type in Parent Leadership Training Institute. So let me stop sharing. So I'm happy to say that I'm a graduate from last year, 2019. And I'm going to go to Elizabeth so you can introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Elizabeth Urbano, and I graduated with Jacqueline last year. And I'm happy you're part of this program. There is a lot of tools you can take with you. And we can talk about that later.
Sure. And then, Miss Monique Dalien.
Hi, everyone. I'm going to do the PLTI introduction. I am Monique Dalien. I am a parent leader. I was actually part of the 2019 class. I'm so grateful to have heard of the opportunity and to experience PLTI.
Thank you. And let me see, do you like Sancha or Sandy?
Sancha's fine.
Okay, Sancha. Hi.
All right. Hi, my name is Sancha Iltius, and I'm a current parent PLTI member. I've really enjoyed the experience, especially being a part of the quarantine edition. It's really been a learning experience, adapting as well as learning how to help in any circumstance. So yeah, it's been a great experience.
Thank you. And then we have Sierra Hilaire. Hi.
Hey, good evening. I am currently a parent leader, and my experience has been life-changing, I can say the least. It is such an empowering, engaging group of people that have common goals to ultimately better their lives, better our communities, and so I'm just blessed to be a part of that group.
Thank you. And then I'm just going to say your husband is also in the group as well, right?
Correct. Yep. So we both attend on Tuesday nights.
That's nice. So I will say with the program, what's really awesome is that when they do meet, they do provide childcare, which is very helpful as a parent, obviously. So with you guys being on the Zoom, like how does it work with you with the kids at home, or how's that?
It's not too much of a challenge for me. I work from home, so my kids are pretty much adjusted to knowing when I'm in my office that, you know, the tone and the noise in the house has to be monitored. And I have 3 older ones and a younger one, so they kind of see about the younger one. And so it's not too much of a new for us, too much of an adjustment, so it works.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone else?
I myself, I don't have kids of my own. I have a nephew that I help. But I think I do miss being in, being in a classroom setting, because it does break up that I'm at home, a professional teaching environment versus, me being in the kitchen trying to learn. I do miss that environment, but it's forcing me to kind of create that zone. Okay, this is my PLTI time. Let's focus and, work on my goals.
Right.
I know with me, because I've been doing so many of these Zooms and just learning and being on different classes, that at this particular time, I'm trying to get the kids like settled and in bed, and they want their snack, and then they want water, and they're all upstairs, quiet as a mouse. And sometimes my 5-year-old will sneak down the stairs and like try and wave to get a snack. He loves to eat. So but, today they're good so far, so no complaints. But okay, so I'm just gonna go right into some questions. So, I mean, the 20 weeks is a really long commitment for those of us, obviously if we're working and we've got our children or whatever our schedules are like. But tell me why. Let's see, Elizabeth, what made you decide to commit to this 20-week program with PLTI?
Okay, my friends invited me 2 years ago, and they forgot to tell me for the 2018. So I saw it on Family Center. I was visiting, and I saw the poster. So they gave me such a good report or such a good recommendation that I said I have to do it no matter what. And then when the PLTI gave me the option of watch the boys while I'm in the class, it was even better for me. Even though at the end I didn't use it, but it was more flexible completely. That way I didn't have excuse or didn't have more problems not to do it. But the first thing was that my friends really recommended, and they were right.
That's good. And what about you, Miss Monique?
Well, I actually heard about the Parent Leadership Training Institute from an individual from the class of 2018. And actually, I called, I researched it by myself, and I called, and I found out that they didn't have the grant at the time. So I was like, oh man, that sucks. But the friend, that's very same friend, reached out to me. She said, I heard that they have the grant. So I called, and indeed the grant was, they approved the grant. And for me, it actually gave me a sense of purpose, because 2018, one of my favorite lines is, I'm forever in some type of transition. So I was in transition. So I didn't really know, like going through the program, that's when you really know what you're getting yourself into. Like just hearing what the program is about, you might not really get a full glimpse. You have to experience it, truly experience it. And one of the things in my interview, they said it's not a parenting class. It truly not. It's a leadership class. And I like the overall that you don't necessarily have to be a birth parent. Are you a community leader? If you're a community leader, are you passionate? This program is for you. For me, I am a mom to one of my favorite human beings, now 7-year-old Josiah Malik. So one of the lines that I like that they said that parents deserve a seat at the table. So beyond, for me, that was true. So to be honest, anyone that is passionate, you deserve a seat at the table, and this program will truly give you the tools necessary to lead.
That's great, thank you. And Miss Sierra?
So how I found out about the program is so ironic, but I don't believe in coincidences. A couple of years ago, my family and we purchased a home from Monique's family. And so in the transactional process, we kind of hit it off and developed a relationship, and we began to learn more about one another. And when she told me about this program, we were actually at an event together, and she was like, it's a program I think you may be interested in. I'm gonna send you the information. And so I was, doing my work. Once she sent the information to learn more, scheduled my appointment to go see Miss Carolyn. And based on what Miss Carolyn shared with me and the mission and vision of the program, I knew it was in alignment with our goals for us personally and for our organization. So it was definitely worth the commitment. I'm gonna say that. Mm-hmm.
And Sancha?
Monique again. I think she recommended a lot of people, referred a lot of people to PLTI. And I so appreciate that. Thank you so much for sharing that information. And once she shared that information, originally she wanted me to do the class with her, but I had just started a business and I was like, 20 weeks is a long commitment. And here I am in week 14. I'm like, oh my God, it's almost done. Like time flies by. But it, had she not shared that information, I wouldn't have known about it, but I'm thankful that she did. And the experience has been great so far. But yeah.
That's nice. So let me ask both Sancha and Sierra, you both said you have a business. So what business do you have, Sancha?
So I am in the beauty industry. I focus on hair removal.
Okay. Mm-hmm. And then Sierra?
I have actually 2 organizations. Me and my husband together, we have a nonprofit organization where our mission is to restore families and empower change. And so that's where PLTI really came in alignment with helping us learn more about the community and to utilize our services and our programs as a resource to those that reside in Sunrise. And then by day, I am a certified self-care strategist where I teach other coaches and entrepreneurs how to manage stress and become self-sufficient by building a business.
Very good.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm going to tell you why I joined the class last year. And it wasn't because of the leadership training itself, because I honestly thought it was more of like a parenting class. And so specifically for me, being a single mom at the time and then having to co-parent, I felt that having this class would help me to be a better mom and co-parent for my child and my child's father. But so once I met with Miss Carolyn and she got to explain to me obviously what the program was about, it really sparked my interest because it had my mind go a whole nother area. Whereas, yeah, the co-parenting is great, but being an effective leader as a mother and the community, and even not just for my own child, but for other children, I thought that was a great opportunity. So that's why I joined the class. And Miss Carolyn is great. So she's a great recruiter. Okay, so then my next question for you guys is, what has been the most valuable lesson that you've learned so far? I guess it's helpful in your day-to-day life. So Elizabeth. And let me know if you want to repeat the question. You're on mute, just so you know.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm part of a lot of things like my church, school, friends. So there are a lot of associations I'm part of. And the biggest thing I took, beside my friends, because that's what it keeps me going, mainly, I have to say it, is to take care of myself first so I can help others.
Yeah.
That's the biggest, to remind me to take self-care, and that way I can be strong and healthy and can be productive when I'm helping others.
Good. And Monique, what have you learned so far? What's helping you with your day-to-day life?
Well, I actually have a cheat sheet. I have my binder that PLTI gave, and I'm actually looking through the session. The theme, session 1 was thriving with diversity in the group process. I definitely, diversity is so big for me. And PLTI actually gave me the confidence and to be part of the PTA in my son's school. So yeah, so we have, 2 Afros people in the group right now. So I think that's important because we all have a voice and a say. Mm-hmm. So, it gave me I was able to go to the the Florida PTA convention, and I took some of the courses that talked about diversity because it's important because we have different lenses and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Session 2 talked about the change process, parents as change agents, like we are truly change agents, how to define a problem. Session 4, I'm not going to do all of them, but basically all the sessions, you really can apply them in your day-to-day. In my current job right now, I'm working with families. So it's very beneficial. And the biggest thing is that my voice matters. It gives you the, the confidence that you can use your voice, I actually, in certain community events that happen, like that I agree with, I actually wrote, instead of like talking about it, I actually did something about it. So
That's great.
That's what I'm grateful for.
Well, thank you for giving us more information about the classes. And yes, you have the cheat sheet right there. That's great. What about you, Sancha? So far, since you're still in the class, you still have somewhere to go, but.
I think the biggest takeaway I've had from the class so far is I over E. I don't know if you guys remember that. Intellect over emotions.
That's my favorite.
Yeah, and I use that day to day in my business, and now on the projects that I'm trying to work on, I over E. Just making sure that yes, I'm passionate about something, but I need to use my words, my facts, everything to get my point across, because you can be passionate, but if they only hear the passion, you won't really get your project out there. You won't get your, you won't get out there. So I think that's the biggest thing that I've learned from the class, and I use it. I struggle sometimes, but I use it.
Oh yeah, when they learned the I over E, that stuck with me compared to everything else. Obviously it was important, but that is so valuable, and it's so simple to learn. So yeah. Okay, Sierra.
All right. So I think on top of what Sandy just said, that is definitely a takeaway. But I think my biggest takeaway from the class so far has been the importance of team building. I think for any successful organization or a business to continue to grow and thrive, it's important to have a team and allow your team to feel needed, help them see that their purpose in it matters, and just creating opportunities and giving them a voice. So the team building skills that I'm learning is my biggest takeaway so far.
I like that. Definitely, I agree with that as well.
Yeah.
That is so important, because obviously when you're working together, you want to be able to collaborate effectively.
Right.
And in order to do so, everyone has ideas. Everyone brings things differently and a different perspective, and that's really good. I believe me, I love that. I love that we can all work together. Okay, let's see. So let's see, who has any past involvement or current involvement, or who plans to be, like, I guess, a little more involved with the community in general? So I'm gonna start again with Elizabeth. Any community involvement? You're on mute.
Actually, I'm active with my church. I'm active with my PTO in school. I'm a student college. And right now, no, I don't have any extra time. This quarantine helped me to realize that I have to cut some extra works I put on me just for free, or for commitments that I didn't need.
Yeah.
So right now that's what helped me. The quarantine helped me to realize that I have to cut some and really be mindful with others. Give more time to others than jumping all over the place.
See, with me, I agree with you right there, because I don't know how to say no. And I'm always taking on something, and I want to do it. I don't want to say no. And then it gets to the point where I'm so overwhelmed and then maybe stressed out. And I've learned to manage that better, because I don't know if you all know, but I had my heart attacks 8 years ago. So that was apparently stress related. I didn't think I was under stress, but my body told me otherwise. So I've been able to manage it differently. But yeah, learning to say no is really big. So let me ask you, for PTO, well, you don't have to say what school, but like, what's your involvement with PTO?
I'm part of the organization,
Okay.
active member, and now with the new members, you know, the votes and everything, I'm gonna have the room parent leader for the school.
Okay, got it. And Monique?
So I currently serve as the corresponding secretary at my son's school. Communication is big for me, so I do a lot of the social media and stuff like that. But we're all hands on deck, you know, despite our titles. I currently serve as a Awana leader, but since this whole pandemic at the church, there's been quite a transition. So I'm involved in that area. For me, it's basically simplified. I don't say yes to anything if it doesn't align with my purpose. So I think that's the difference between being purposeful and being busy. So I try to be very intentional in saying yes to matters to anything that aligns. And I'm part of a sisterhood. It's called Daughters of Zion, Women of Destiny. So that's pretty cool too.
Nice. And what about Josiah? Do you want to briefly talk about some of the things that he's done?
Okay, so Josiah, you want to say hi? He's running. Hi.
Hi, Josiah.
Hello.
Oh my God.
Hello. Hello. Okay.
Josiah, how old are you now?
Come on. How old are you?
7.
They can't see you.
I didn't finish chewing.
You need to finish chewing. He's eating dinner.
Oh, I'm sorry.
All right, he's ran. You want to speak? When he's done chewing, he is a strong 7-year-old. Actually, my community project was inspired, of course, by him. It's called Josiah Malik Philanthropy, and it's little people with big hearts. So he's saying it with me. And the goal was to basically encourage the target group was for ages 5 through 11 to do philanthropy, young philanthropists and young leaders in the community. So it's a day-to-day. I mean, you know, nothing is overnight, but there's different things we're able to do together. We did like, you want to say hi now?
Hi.
Hi.
Yeah, as far as he's a little activist. I mean, we did protests together. We helped do peanut butter and jelly sandwiches and stuff like that. So anything, because they're never too young to get involved. That's my thing. Never too young to get involved. So that's my my goal or passion, just to see young people rise and thrive in their communities.
I agree with you. I'm actually going to kind of go right behind you before I go to Sandra and Sierra. But me too. I'm also in PTO, which I enjoy at West Pine. But I'm really, 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 really big on community volunteering. And not just any volunteering, like, you know, what's required for graduation. I really believe that instilling the giving and compassion in a younger child really helps them to continue that and develop it even stronger as they grow into teenage and to young adulthood. And I've seen that obviously with Josiah, and I've also seen that with my own son, you know, because Jose, you know, at 5 years old, he was doing a lot of community activism with homeless, and he was 5 years old at the time. And as he got older, he decided to skip his birthdays. And so since then, he's 12 years old now, but he's been consistent, and, you know, I'm so proud of him. He's helped my other children to get on that same path and other children in his community. And so I really, really believe strongly in getting the youth involved 100%, because they have the ability and they're sort of sponges. Like, they will learn at a different capacity than a high schooler who's just starting. And I really think that's important. But so, okay, sorry. Santa, you can go. Any of your community involvement?
I was a part of SAC, but I had to take a break when I started my business. Right now, I'm still in PLTI, but what I do plan on doing is, even though I can't physically do as much as I'd like, I like what you said, Monique, is, work with purpose, not saying yes to everything. And that's what I struggle with too. So I'm trying to work within my time needs. So I'm focusing more on social media. That's a part of my community project, is connecting people, because that played a huge role after the death of my sister, and, trying to figure out how to handle, becoming like a extra aunt, like doing more. It was through community, connections. Monique, you played a huge role in that. Finding resources. So although I would love to be out in the community, social media is going to be the way that I get the word out there, is connecting people when in your time of need, whether it be through grief, through financial resources, things like that. So that's the goal after I'm done with this class.
Awesome, thank you.
Mhm.
And Sierra?
All righty. So I like to consider myself like a leader to leaders. So I'm actually working on a project that I'm launching on June 13th. It's called a restoration retreat, and our theme is realign. And we're going to bring in different speakers. It's a one-day intimate event for coaches and creatives and different entrepreneurs to come in and just refocus, refresh, realign their goals. And then after that, I'm launching a 3-month group coaching to help people develop effective mission and visions, create their goals, and then put a plan in place to launch. So what I'm doing with PLTI, that's kind of what I do, just in a more entrepreneurial way in the marketplace.
Okay,
Yeah.
that sounds great. That's.
Yeah.
I'm actually very interested in that myself.
Nice. Nice. I'll post the link for the registration in the chat.
Awesome, thank you.
Mm-hmm.
So how have you all been doing dealing with COVID in general as a woman, a mother, or even a mentor, whatever you can think of? I know it's affected everybody differently, financially, mentally. So Elizabeth, you can start.
I have to say that I'm blessed. My family, we're blessed. My husband was working from home, so we didn't have any economic disruption there. And it helped me to get closer to my God, to read more the Bible, so be really emphasize that part that was missing. And as I said before, it gave me like a break, because I was taking over too much stuff. So I really enjoy it. It sounds bad for some people, but I really, really enjoy it. And enjoying it right now because we're still on it. My kids are fine. We have a lot of stuff to do. We go out. I'm not really enclosed in these 4 walls. We go biking, we go running, we were walking. So yeah, we're blessed. In general, I have to say we are blessed.
Yeah, for me, I agree. I personally think that it's a blessing in disguise for some of us, because obviously others have been affected much worse. But for those who are managing and handling it very well, it is a blessing in disguise. So Monique.
First off, I want to thank all the first responders, all the essential workers. I'm talking about from all levels, right? To be honest, in the beginning, I didn't think it was gonna be as severe as it is right now. I am, I'm still shocked by it all, and even what the government is doing, I don't quite get it. Not to talk about politics, but one of my word for 2020 was refresh. So I do grieve for the families that are directly impacted by the COVID, this global pandemic, because it's obviously is very much real right now. I have a friend, my college friend, that actually works as a nurse. She's working with COVID patients, So it's very real. So, but for me, I my word was refresh. So I embrace the silence. I'm embracing not being, you know, the rush, the hustle and bustle. I'm enjoying being home. I'm enjoying the pause, you know. It's different for Josiah. Like he said he likes homeschool, but at the same time, I think he, you know, when something is taken away, you kind of miss it, you know. So he's actually saying he's missing school, you know. So he likes both, but you know, it makes you appreciate, you know, what you probably took for granted, where most probably take for granted. But he's focused. He's doing his online work. I'm, you know, just taking it a day at a time. I'm sharing resources. Thank you for your COVID community, your online platform. So it's going by very fast. I guess I don't want to miss the lesson in all of this when it's all said and done. I hope I don't miss the lesson in all of this, and we will get through this, you know.
Yeah.
It's light at the end of the tunnel.
Thank you. I will, since you mentioned the COVID network, I'm going to just piggyback off what you said. But yes, I do have a group on Facebook, and it's called COVID-19 Support Network. And this particular network is specifically a group of anyone in the community, whether it's here in Sunrise, outside of Sunrise. But there are about 6 different professionals in there, from mental health, addiction, life coaching, financial planning, or just help and guidance, and as well as unemployment. So I know, like I said, everybody's hit differently, and this kind of covers everyone. Or you're just having someone to talk to. People are isolated at home, they're lonely, or maybe they're trying to hold it up together for their family, and they need to speak to someone and let it out. So we do have that capability in our group. So for any of you guys watching, if you haven't joined the group, please just Facebook search COVID-19 Support Network, and you can join our group. Okay,
let me ask you, Jacqueline, is Ellie part of that group?
So I'm not sure if she's in it, but she's not part of it. Okay. I know usually sends it, so everyone pretty much is aware, but it's accessible. So I know she's got a lot of mental health in there. So I would love to talk with her if she wanted to participate, definitely. Okay, Sancha, how are you doing with COVID?
I mean, it happened really fast. Especially I work with my hands. So going from working with my hands all day, you know, almost 6 days a week, to just having to sit home and do nothing. I think that was the hardest part, is learning to sit down and do nothing besides watching Netflix. That was the biggest adjustment, as well as not seeing my family as much, because I'm a really big family-oriented person. So it was hard. My parents, yes, I put on my vision board, I want to spend more time with my parents, but this was a lot of time. But again, it is a blessing in disguise. It's tough. You know, some people did suffer from COVID, but thankfully everyone survived. I'm so thankful for that. And thankful for everyone who's out there working and doing their part. Really appreciate it. But it was scary, and it still is. And you don't realize how much contact is so important until you can't. And finally got to see my nephew. And, you know, at that age, he's 8 years old, and, you know, he's too cool for me now and stuff. But I mean, he gave me the biggest hug, and I was like, I missed that. And yeah, and so we got to hang out at the park and, you know, kind of hang you know, like we used to, but, you know, he's asking to do other things. And it's like, you know, you kind of have to explain, you know, put your mask back on. You have to, you know, we can't do it right now. You have to wait, you know, but it's tough. But, you know, kids, they're really awesome. I mean, they're amazing, even though I know they're stressed and they can't understand, but they're so resilient, and I'm thankful for that.
Yeah. Thank you. Sierra?
So for me, I think I'm able to see the good, but I'm also able to have compassion in the bad. You know, navigating through a crisis is never easy. I choose to have a different perspective, though. I believe that crisis can be a catalyst for change. So I'm loving all of the other ladies' responses, you know, into how they are taking in everything and their perspective as they go through. But I just believe that community in the midst of crisis is so important. And thank God, you know, community is a lifestyle for me. So when COVID hit, you know, I had my group of my sisters that I connect with. You know, we had PLTI. I have my family. So just being able to connect to the different parts of who I am, to talk about my financial concerns, to talk about my mental health concerns, to talk about my children, the communities that I'm a part of, was so important for me. But my heart still grieves, and I'm always in prayer, though, for the families that don't know how to manage the stress and the changes that has come as a result of COVID-19. So it's a balance.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I will say, I was a single mom for 12 years. And for those of you who do know or don't know, but as a single mom, we struggled through numerous things, with our children, emotionally, physically, but obviously finance is a big, big deal. So, I've been through it. I've struggled and I've overcome. And so here I am now, I've got my husband, thank God, and he works at the hospital. So that's been challenging because of, coming in and out, being around different people that are affected. But so I'm thankful because, hours for me personally, they were cut. And so I'm also feeling that part of the unemployment that other people are dealing with. So given me, running for commissioner and overcoming what I've done, for me, it's just making me stronger, knowing that I have my support system, even women like you. So I think it's important for us to go to the village at this point for that support. So I'm thankful. I'm thankful for my groups and my family. So I do thank you all for joining and showing and expressing how you guys are doing personally and as a group. So thank you. So let me see, were you gonna say something?
Yeah, I just want to say, you're running for commissioner during a quarantine, a pandemic. You're doing awesome. What was it, that rally that you did? I was like, that is so creative, so awesome. So I think you're doing really great. First time running for any position, right?
Thank you for asking. So yes, this is brand new to me. I'm not a politician. I'm not into politics to that point. I think it gets dirty, and I don't like that because I'm not that person. I do go to church. Miss Monique and Miss Elizabeth know. And so, believe me, I have my values and ethics and morals, and I don't want to get caught up in that. Good. So it has been extremely hard because, yes, with the pandemic, it's hard campaigning. It's new to me. But with the pandemic, it's actually helped me to focus solely on the campaign because I'm home, although I have my children, but I'm able to do research and do more. But I'm thankful also to have a group of women on my support team with the campaign, and we meet weekly and we go over some different ideas. And so one of the ideas was the car parade, which was amazing.
Yeah.
But so we do have more things coming, and it's been challenging because then I have people even asking me questions like, what's your party, and cursing me out, and as a strong Puerto Rican woman, it's really hard for me to bite my tongue.
I over E.
there you go. And I've learned that so much during this time. So yeah. Thank you for asking, but it's working, and I really feel that given my community involvement and having the support of people here in Sunrise that know, what we're about and what we want to see, and know what I'm bringing is genuine. And I think that's important for any candidate. So if I am not chosen at the end of, come November, I really hope that the people vote someone that is meaningful and genuine and really wants to build Sunrise and not bring other people in from outside Sunrise. Because we have a couple on there. So.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. I'm not going to say names, but all I can do is worry about my candidacy and my campaign. And I just want to keep striving and do more. So thank you. So anything else in general, if you guys would like to kind of throw something in there or share something with us, you're all open to do so. Okay.
I guess I can just say, you know, to all of the ladies and those that will eventually watch us, to just stay encouraged. And like Jacqueline said, connect to a support system. You know, I'm new to your Facebook group, but there's a lot of activity and relevant resources. So just get connected, stay encouraged. And I'm rooting for you, Jacqueline. Like, you have what it takes. Our community needs someone like you, and don't be discouraged. You know, just continue to stay focused, keep your eyes towards the goal, and keep pressing.
Definitely. Thank you. Thank you.
I cannot vote for you. I'm not Sunrise citizen resident, but yeah, maybe next time the parade, I'm gonna be part of it. You need to do more parades. And I would love to help you.
I'm so glad you said that, because we had one scheduled for yesterday, but it got, rained out because of our mini hurricane, which it didn't even rain yesterday morning, but whatever.
Yeah, I know. But that's what the weather say. I know. My husband didn't go to fishing because the weather too. So I know what it is.
But so next week I have stuff planned. I have 2 really good events. So I will definitely let you know what they are.
Share that in the group, and that way we can.
Yeah, I will. I can't say what it is publicly, but I will message you directly because my opponents are watching, believe it or not. And so, yeah, I just want to make sure I'm doing everything crisp clean. Okay. But thank you all for joining. I really appreciate you taking time out of your schedule. Were you going to say something, Monique?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I'm a quote person. I'm going to share a quote.
Yes.
So it says, leadership is based on inspiration, not domination, on cooperation, not intimidation. So I want to encourage everyone that's out there watching, you are a leader. Get involved in your community. If you haven't, taken the census, it's easy peasy. Please do your part. Your voice matters. You matter. So, and I'm hoping that PLTI, there is a class of 2021, and thank you, City of Sunrise, for sponsoring the grant. And I hope other cities are taking note and raising up other community leaders.
I agree with you 100%, Monique. Thank you for pointing that out. Yes, we are very thankful for all of the facilitators in the PLTI group, because they're also taking their time and they're dedicating it to us to give us the tools that we need to be the community leaders that we want to be. And then, of course, the City of Sunrise, the different departments that come in and introduce themselves and get us familiarized with, what they're doing, how they're doing it. So I have a lot of respect for the mayor and everyone else who wants to see positivity come out of it. So yes, we're rooting for 2021. But thank you to Sierra and Sancha for joining. And I'm glad you got to meet with Elizabeth, although you already know Monique and me. But yeah, it'll be great. Hopefully we can get everyone together. That's one of my goals, is to get all of the alumni, have one big old happy party, and have a power room, basically, if you would say. So, all right, but thank you so much, everyone. I hope you'll have a good night and stay safe, okay?
Thank you. Have a good night.
You're welcome. Bye.
Good night. Thank you.
Bye.